New game, old game on ChinnyVision. Keystone Capers is a 1983 game by Activision. Originally came out in the Atari 2600. Also versions for the 5600, MSX, ColecoVision and the Atari 8-bits. No version for the C64. Until now. If you play one of the other versions, you know you are Officer Keystone Kelly and you have to chase Harry Hooligan across the levels to catch him. He always begins in front of you and you've got to get him before he runs to the top of the screen. This updated version came out in September of 2019. Has a nice loading screen and some really appropriate music, and off we go. You start at the bottom right. And you can select which level you want to start on this version. You collect the drop loot as you go along. There's a map at the bottom also showing you what is going on all over the entire playfield. You can use the lifts to skip up a level, but they have to be in the right place. Now that's not going to work for me, so I'd better run on. This music isn't from the original game as far as I know, or any of the versions I've played, but it's entirely appropriate and works quite well. And there's a timer as well. You don't have lives, but the more things you hit, the quicker the timer, or the more, every time you hit something, the timer drops basically. Jump onto the escalator. You might think there's not a lot going on this level, and you'd be right, because this is the easiest level, but it ramps up pretty quickly. So we should be catching up with Harry Hooligan very shortly. 20 game seconds ago. They're not actual seconds. Oh, there we go. And the seconds left, or the time left, adds to your bonus. Off we go on level 2, and this will be a little bit harder there. It will be faster, because it gets faster every time you advance the level, and there may be new baddies around as well. Again, where's the lift? No, it's in the wrong place. You will need to use the lifts in the later levels, but at this stage, don't need to worry about it too much. I've never worked out if jumping onto the escalators actually helps or not, but I just feel like you should. Pick the right moment to jump. Oh, I could have. Oh, would that have worked for me? I don't know. Right, that's not something to collect. That's something that's dropped my time down. And jump. I say don't get lives. We do get lives because you get 3 stabs at completing the level. So it's like a 2 different sets of life system because the timer will drop. And there we go. We're going to get him. The timer will drop, and then when it runs out, you lose a life. So this is level 7, so it should be significantly harder, and you can see it's sped up considerably, and there's balls that can bounce that you need to duck underneath. Be very careful of things coming in from the side of the screen as well. It is a memory test game, which I know some people hate. Oh, that didn't work. And because baddies can be on top of you very, very quickly when you enter a screen, so you sometimes die the first time and then have to remember, oh, and again. This is only level 7. You have to be a very good gamer to be able to complete this game. Oh, oh. And duck. So you can see it's got considerably harder, very quickly. This is a great port. It's colourful, it has nice graphics, it's authentic to the original. It has the exact playability of the original, but it has so much more polish, and of all the versions I've played, this is way above all of the others. I dare say if you'd put this into the arcade at the time, it like this, people would have considered it arcade quality. Not going to do it, going to run out of time. And it just gets harder and harder, really. Keystone Capers is a very simple game. Well, it has to be. It came from the Atari 2600. But it's extremely playable. The original game is fantastic. And this is a superbly polished port produced just 6 months ago that I think hasn't had enough people singing its praises. Keystone Capers is a game you must play anyway. If you haven't played it, you need to, regardless of if it's on this new version or the original 2600 version. But if you have a 64, you really need to get this game.